APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
It's officially time for Zerorez's annual summer sale. Take advantage and get 15% off all cleaning services. That's 15% off carpet, air ducts, area rugs, and more. Mention my name, Galvin, to secure this deal today or book online at ZerorezTampaBay.com.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 1073 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go. Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this.
Oh, we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
Goodbye. What's that? Jesus Christ. And we're off. It's Wednesday morning, 11:02. JP 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. 800-771-1025. Monica is there. What'd you say, Monica?
What up?
I guess no more cramping.
So much better. It's a major difference.
I'm assuming the cramping is gone. We're probably at this point just maybe spotting a little bit. Is that where we're at in the cycle?
It's like you live with two girls.
That's right.
It's like you know how this goes.
I do.
I am in a much, much better mood.
And I'm just happy I survived I survived the storm. I'm feeling good about that.
We did.
I feel like our relationship has come so far.
Maybe
in the past, I wouldn't have survived those 2 days.
No.
They would have gotten big, loud, and ugly.
I don't like big, loud, and ugly. I like
Yeah, me
small, quiet, and pretty.
Right. Good morning, Diz. How you doing?
What up? Were you about to say Monday morning when you started?
Yeah.
Okay.
I sure was. No, that's exactly.
Monday morning. Oh, God.
That's exactly what happened. I'm like, all right, here we go. It's one of those mornings. We're on day 4 of Sideways. I'm doing all right. Anxiety isn't today. I don't know why.
How far out are you from ketamine? I don't like the reliance on this for happiness, but
I'm a ways out. I probably won't go until I get back from vacation.
That's like your period. I have to tread lightly when you're far away from ketamine.
No, I'm really using the ketamine. It's just kind of a reset. It's not, my mood's not based around it. It really isn't. You could think that, but that's not what the case is. But I went with sending a couple weeks ago. So.
Oh, that's right.
So no, I'm feeling.
So you
good.
guys? I got questions. Are you guys? Okay, from the only thing I have reference to is I saw a part of a documentary where this chick swears by it. Her whole life has changed for the better, and it's not a druggy thing. It's just now her brain is, she's happier now. Her brain is regulated.
How come you see it in the documentary and you get it, but when I'm telling you the same exact thing,
because you like things,
I'm a druggie.
Because you like to be passed out for no reason at a dentist office. Like you would prefer, like you like the drugs, you like the passing out, you like the feeling of the warm in your eye. Like all of that creeps me the crap out. So I got to see a neutral party. But I'm saying, okay, so you guys are. So from what I understand is there's like recliners or lazy boys or whatever they're called, and in a room, and you got your own business going on. So is this like a couples massage where you and John are in the same room?
No, when we went down, we did it at Priority U, and that is more like I do it in a doctor's office, right? And Priority U is a doctor's office, but for their ketamine, and that's the only part of the practice that I got to see. It's kind of like a spa setting.
Okay.
That's
the impression I got.
The rooms are a little bit more spa-like.
Yeah.
And the chairs, it's more comfortable, and it's a different experience than what I go through when I do it here. But no, we were not in the same room. We were listening to the same music. Apparently, she synced up the music, so him and I were having a similar experience. But
and then so then. I don't mean this in any disrespectful way to either one of you, but there's clearly a difference in size. I'm not saying fat or whatever. I'm saying he's tall. Like there's differences in weight and height. So do you come out of the rooms at the same time, or because
the session lasts the same amount of time because everything is done kind of by computer, so it knows exactly how long the drip needs to last.
But what about the effects on you? Like, does it leave your body because you're smaller?
We're not doing the same amount of ketamine.
Oh yeah, I guess
so.
That's
It's the same size drip bag, but they might. I know in my place they inject it with the ketamine. They inject the bag with the ketamine, and then I know for me here on Long Island when I do it, it's at 110 ml. For 75 minutes. It's longer session than it was at Priority U. I don't know where Senning is in that treatment.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
So because in my head, y'all, this is how it happened in my head. There's like a long hallway and doors on either side, and everybody's in there just doing their own drugs. And then when you're at the same time, there's like a ding, and then you open the door and pop your head out in the hallway. He opens the door and pops his head out. You look at each other and you skip holding hands, skipping down the hallway because you're so happy now because you just had ketamine and it was all at the same time.
I would have. I think
he would have too. I really believe he would have.
I think he would have too, but he was actually done before me because it's only one person that was setting the two of us up, so he had a brief head start.
So
because she wanted to go through more stuff with me, so she wanted to get him going first, and then wanted to go through more stuff with me because it was the first time I was there.
Was there any need to go together then? You could have just went separately. You didn't do it.
Well, he said he set it up, so he's like, "Let's go." I said, "Okay," and we went. It was good. And then we went for lunch. We met Beckles, and it was good.
Okay,
it was a great day.
It
really was. It was a great day. I left there feeling fantastic up until my flight was delayed, and I ended up not getting home till 3:00 in the morning.
But the ketamine helps you through that. You're just happy. You had a good day. You had lunch with the boys.
Yeah, for me and for people that I now know that have kind of decided to give that a try to beat depression and anxiety and all that kind of stuff. It's working for a lot of people. It really is.
Would you, from as far as I know, that was the first time you ever came to Tampa and did that? You usually do it up there. So
correct.
Would you come on one of your visits here, but not the Beach Bash because you're owned all weekend?
That was the reason why I was asking about a schedule, because if I could fit a session in while I was down there, I would have. But if I can't, I won't.
Well, yeah, you're under lock.
Yeah, I would say no. You don't have time.
Apparently, I'm on lock. I'm on 24-hour day surveillance.
Yes.
I think it's
we whip for less out here, so show up, dog.
You're somebody I have a question for, Mr. Diz.
Me?
Unless, Monica, you have any more ketamine questions?
I have a million. Keep going. You can go ahead. I'll be here forever.
Because I want to get to this. I know I'm missing something. I saw a social media post yesterday between you and Senning asking to get to 1,000 likes on a post, and then there was some sort of JoJo video. What is going on? What am I missing?
Yeah.
What happened?
So way back after...
You guys were, by the way, not too long after your show ended, you guys were at like 540 likes when I saw it.
They hit it. I think we hit it at like 7 or 8. So essentially we thought, okay, so I had a video of JoJo after the cruise. I was walking down the hallway, and in the kitchen area, she was on all fours, and I broke up my camera, and I start like giving her crap about like my cousin. I go, "Oh, JoJo, you remember this angle? Missing out, dog. Like, you need to hit my girl up." And she just turned around and looked and like laughed at the camera. And because they haven't been good, I never sent him the video. And I told her when she was on John's show a week or two ago, I was like, I randomly still have that video in my phone. And I go, I just got to delete it. And we go, we got to do something with that. Instead of deleting it, maybe there's something to that. And JoJo's like, yeah, I don't mind. You can post the stuff. I don't think people will like it, but go ahead.
She always says that, though.
Exactly. And I was like, JoJo, I think you don't understand how your butt looked in that video. People will love it. People will love it. Like, and I told Monica, because she heard a little about it. I go, it's kind of like when Monica, you were on the table and we had the video of you on the table.
Yeah.
It's just she's not in
Short shorts.
short shorts. So
She's got dignity.
exactly. So we were like, we'll put it at something up high. Like
Hold on, Monica, were you in short shorts or were you in a skirt?
She was in short
Oh
shorts.
no, the short
You were in
shorts.
short shorts?
Actually, they're the
Okay.
ones I have on now. Believe it or not.
Yeah, let's run it back. Tomorrow's
No,
Thursday.
Very good.
Throwback Wednesday. Was it what was that at the time? It was
Fixing the monitor.
No, it was Wednesday. No, Throwback Thursday, and what were the Wednesdays called?
Way back
We went-
Wednesday, and then there was a
It
Friday.
was way back Wednesday, right?
There was a something Friday.
Flashback Friday. or
Flashback
something like
Friday.
that?
There was also Follow Friday on Twitter, where you told
Okay.
people to follow people.
Okay. So what are we doing with this video? Is it out there?
So we said we were going to put it to 1,000 likes, and we're like, we probably won't hit it. We'll probably have to combine the two. And like you said, right when we posted the photo to go like, it got to almost like 400 likes by the hour of the show. So
Right.
We're like, oh God, we might hit this. And then again, 7:00, we're in a text chain. I'm like, we might have put the number too low. Like, we're going to hit this with
Right.
ease. And they're like, really? And they went and looked and like, okay, we got to post it. So at 1:00, we're going to post that, the video everyone's so thirsty for.
It's happening today. It is going to happen at 1:00.
Yes, 100%. We're going to drop it during
Okay.
John.
But Monica, if I remember correctly, did you give us a hard time about that video? You didn't want it.
What? Oh no! No. I remember I didn't know he was taking it. I was like,
Right.
what are you even? What? And
Right.
and then I didn't know he was taking it, but they were like, oh, Monica's on thing. So I kind of did a little thing, not knowing I was being filmed, but like kind of doing a little like whatever
Yeah.
for the people
Yeah.
in the room. Yeah, a little twerk, if you will. and then he showed. I'm like, oh my God! And then he showed it to me. I'm like, what the hell? That's me.
And then he
That's my butt.
posted it. And then he
I don't
posted
think
it.
I posted. Did I post that one?
Yeah,
I thought you did. You might as well do it.
I don't know.
I don't think I posted that one.
I don't remember, to be honest with you.
It might have been.
I feel like yes, you did. And here, I think it was a story, and I'm pretty sure it was a story. And here's how, because maybe it's, I don't know what it was, because the comments, people are such morons that like literally 50% of the people, wow, that's so hot, whatever, and the other hotter, she's so ugly, that's so gross. Why would you ever want to puke emojis or whatever? I'm like,
Oh, stop it.
yeah, like what's the comments are hysterical.
Yeah.
That's
Delta's
gotta-
giving away cash. We're giving away JoJo's ass. So
There you go.
that's how we do. You know?
Can
What do-
JoJo
what do
get
we-
Calta's cash for her ass?
Honestly, if you would read the comments and how fast those got to 1,000 likes,
Right.
OnlyFans not far away, I think.
They were talking about it right before this show started.
Only
Oh,
They were
really?
they were trying to get her to do an OnlyFans thing, and she played it down. I don't know if it's an act or if she really has no self-confidence.
She has a daughter, she mentioned on the way out. So, you
Well,
know,
there is that.
And the internet
There
is
is-
forever.
Right.
She gets it.
She's
I tell you,
classy.
man, and I know we've talked about this before, and this goes all the way back to the RBF days. If I was a chick, I would absolutely prey on idiot dudes. I'd be
yeah.
selling farts in jars. I'd be selling
But you wouldn't.
panties.
If you were a
I'd
chick,
be doing,
you would
yes,
find
I
that
would. Yeah,
gross.
no. You see, I would.
But-
Anything where you don't even really have to see my face. The
As
feet
a-
pics. The
Yeah,
feet
if it's
pics.
me as a woman, like my personality as a woman, I'd be throwing that ass on stage all
If
day.
you were a guy who got a woman who like you woke up like on one of those times where you wake up in another person's body, like Freaky Friday or whatever. If you're in that situation and you're a woman, all of a sudden, yes, you would. If you were born and you're like, oh, here we go. Now this, you're gonna find it, and you've lived the experience of being a woman. You're
Right. But there's a big difference between doing porn.
Of course, there
You
is.
could be sexy and keep your clothes on and sell your panties, and idiots are gonna buy them. They're gonna buy them.
Don't you feel sorry for those poor?
Who gives a rat's ass if they want to give you money because you put underwear on that day and decided to stick them in an envelope and put a stamp on it? Take their money.
And how? I don't know.
What?
I just don't. I don't even know. My brain is so far removed from it that I wouldn't even know where I would go to say, you know, what address do you want me to send my?
You do it. You do it on. You do it on OnlyFans.
Yeah.
You do it on OnlyFans. And trust me, they'll give you that address. They might even give you money for postage, to be quite honest with you.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like if the panties that cost, you say, I don't know how much the going rate for panties is. You'd have to go to some other
But they're old and
that are selling panties.
they're old, right? They're used, so they're not brand
but
new.
you go out. Yeah, well, you go out, you buy a bunch of panties,
Victoria's
and then you
Secret,
wear them
$35
once.
for $7.
You wear them once or whatever it is. You take them off, and then if they ask you to go to the gym first or to give me the ones after a run, you give them the ones after a run.
Yeah,
I was just reading a story about this dude. He's now an ex-carpenter in
Jesus.
Australia, huh?
Like Jesus.
Right, just like Jesus. Only this guy's jacked, and he started selling fart videos.
Oh.
And he's making a ton of money.
I do not get it.
I don't get it either.
How long do they last? I've got questions. How long do they like the essence, the smell of an actual?
No, that's not what he's selling. He's selling video. He's not farting in a jar and selling the jars like that one woman was doing.
Oh, that's the polar opposite of what anybody would. I would never.
That's my point. And he goes here at the start, the fans were so. This guy's talking about. I think he's making $23,000 a month.
What?
Yeah, selling. I think it's a month selling fart videos. Videos.
Is he doing okay? Now, if I'm paying for a fart video, I'm gonna need some production value. I'm gonna need like the arm, crank up, and then the leg lift, and you know what I mean. Let's get into
Has
this.
to be
Let's not
animated.
just stand in there.
So he's at Nath NATH _WYLD on Instagram. The guy's jacked. He said he follows a diet rich in chicken and green vegetables to intentionally bloat himself, ensuring the desired digestive reaction. He earned about $2,000 for a single fart video, and it featured him in a jock strap, squatting over a camera and playfully engaging with viewers.
No.
It said what began as a side hustle while balancing carpentry and weekend gigs evolved into a full-time venture as his popularity grew on Instagram. I don't know. Listen, that's what I'm saying. Like, if this guy can make money farting on camera, on demand, you send your panties in an envelope and make some money.
We are in the dumbest time
Point of life, 100%.
Yeah, like it's just crazy.
We have officially descended into the gutter.
Yes.
And when I read this story, I started shaking my head saying just that. I'm like, we have reached what appears to be rock bottom. And then I said, or am I just upset that I didn't think of it first?
No, we're in the dumbest.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, why am I mad at this guy? Am I mad at this guy because he's just the definition? He is everything that's wrong with men personified.
He's not though. It's the people that are buying it. He can do that all day long and ain't nobody paying anything. It's the people that are buying it. Those are the people to be mad at. Those are the people to wonder what's going on.
Who's the audience? Who's buying it? Is it gay dudes? It can't be women. It can't be.
It could be.
It can't be, can it? Can it really be women? Women are turned on by dude like in a jockstrap farting over a. I mean, what?
What's your line? There's a pot and a lid and a seat and a chair or whatever. You're saying.
Yeah, there's an ass for every chair. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But at least for this chair, I would like to think it's like gay dudes.
Why? What's it matter? Like, what would?
Because it's not going to be straight dudes that are buying this guy farting in a jock. Why would a straight guy want to see a guy in a jockstrap farting? What's the turn on?
Seat, chair, pot lid.
No.
Yes.
No, but it's sexual. This is all based in sex.
You don't
it's
know
all
that.
based in sex.
Someone might, just throw in this one thing off the top of my head. There might be a million other reasons, but someone might want to prank their friend and send them, and they edit all these videos together. And I'm just saying, that's just one off the top of my head.
That's a good point.
There's a million different
that I can give you.
Yeah.
Because if I found it, I would definitely send it to my two Chris's.
See?
Go ahead.
I was just say he sends you a picture of your daughter and her graduation. You send them fart videos.
That was my buddy. Didn't my daughter look beautiful yesterday though?
She did.
I did not expect. Monica said that. Some reason that's not who I
No,
was
that's
expecting to see.
nothing. I thought she was going to be taller.
Yeah.
I thought she was going to have dark hair and like spiral curls. Like
She does look like a University of Tampa like student.
oh,
though.
she's going to fit right.
She's
to
gonna
bleep
fit
in.
right
Oh my
in.
God, yeah.
She looks like the norm there.
She can fit right in South Tampa. Not a problem.
Yes.
Not a problem.
But you make fun of people from South Tampa. which
They're not
means-
my people. They're
I
not
felt
my
like you
people.
wanted to say something about her and you didn't say it.
What, on the text yesterday?
Yeah.
No, I said everything.
What do you think?
I
she
don't know.
wants?
I just got a weird vibe. Maybe it's just me being a protective dad.
No, I said it out loud. I said I didn't expect her to look like that at all. And I expected her to have dark hair and really curly hair and taller.
I expected her to look more like Mark Wahlberg. She did not. So
I expected her, honestly,
I'm such a dick.
she looks nothing like her, so I didn't have that at all. What I honestly expected, just from the way you talk about her, is her to be, she was very, I don't want to say conservative, because she was maybe a strapless dress or whatever, but she was very humble in her dressing. I was expecting like some cleavage and some short, like some
I'd kill her.
ostentatious
She was also at an elementary school.
Well, that's true.
Do you know what I'm saying? She was walking around in elementary school.
Does she dress like that? Does she dress,
No, they had
short shorts and that's a tank top, clingy?
No,
That's how I pictured her.
Not that I know of. My daughter's like, she loves herself some leggings and a hoodie, man.
I think that's kids these days.
I
Shorts
think
or
so,
leggings,
too.
a hoodie.
That's what I saw when we did the tour of University of Tampa. It was 90 degrees outside, whatever the hell it was, and they were walking around either in bikini tops, or hooded sweatshirts.
You're either
That was
freezing or you're sweating. It can
I
go
don't
either
even
way.
know how. Right, and it was. It's not like it was the same temperature.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
it was hot as balls.
Uh-huh.
I'll say it again. You people live on the sun.
Yeah. But
It's
hoodies
hot
are
as
a
balls.
thing.
I'm like, I don't understand.
Hoodies are a thing, though, because you go into places. You're only outside so long. Like, I had a sweatshirt on, I think, on Monday. I had errands to run. Sure, from my car to the Publix, I was a little sweaty, but then it's freezing inside. So I would rather have the hoodie on.
All right. Well, we got a lot of stuff to get to today, including Dead Guy in the Envelope right around 12:15. Today is not contest date, correct? It's tomorrow?
Not me, got to sign on real quick. Yesterday, I wasn't on in time, and I was moving Johnny B out of the way.
I did the same thing. Just as the show was about to start, I started going for the list of the words, and I'm like, oh, my God. Wait. Whoa. Okay, it's tomorrow. Got it. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. 102.5 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning.
Rollovers, head-on collisions, hit and runs, you name it. We've litigated it.
And while insurance companies joke about the mayhem that occurs on roadways, we've seen the real effects. Lost lives, catastrophic injury, cars crushed like soda cans. And trust us, there's nothing funny about it.
If you've been in a crash, count on our experienced attorneys to seek full justice and all the money your case is worth.
For a fairer fight, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
It's win or go home in the playoffs, but not for new customers at Hard Rock Bet. If your first bet doesn't win, you'll get a bonus bet back up to $100 to try again. Playoff hockey, playoff basketball, WNBA, UFC, and so much more. Plus, get ready for a summer full of soccer at Hard Rock Bet. All you need to do is go and download the Hard Rock Bet app or simply go to hardrock.bet and start betting today. It's Hard Rock Bet, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Call 888-ADMIT-IT.
Save time and money with a PVC fence in a box from Fence Outlet. It comes with everything you need for an average backyard of 120 feet, starting at $2,140. Go to fenceoutlet.com for more information and store locations. License number C10252 and C10803.
Hi, welcome to the IKEA Summer Sale.
Hi, yeah. My family and I want our backyard to be a summer oasis.
Don't sweat it. Our summer deals are here to help. Save up to 50% off on select items. Plus, IKEA loyalty members can save an extra 10%.
Sign me up. You just saved my summer.
Visit us in store from 5/27 to 6/30 or at IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for more details. Offer valid 5/27 to 6/30/25. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary. See store and IKEA-USA.com/summer sale for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet.
June is typically a huge month here at Stingray, and this year there's almost a buying frenzy as customers are looking to snap up the bargains while they last, especially on pre-owned vehicles. Here at Stingray, we take a lot of pride in the quality of the pre-owned vehicles we offer, many that look and feel almost new. And there are plenty of good reasons to buy a pre-owned vehicle, especially avoiding the dreaded D word, depreciation. Right now, we have 150 high-quality pre-owned vehicles available with a great selection of certified pre-owned Chevys, like a 2020 certified pre-owned Chevy Equinox LS for just $17,900. And since saving money is on the top of everyone's mind, remember that Stingray has no dealer fee on any pre-owned vehicle, and that automatically saves you $1,000 to $1,500. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, exit 22, Plant City. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Mike Calta here for my friends at the Golden Diamond Source. Listen, if you're thinking about getting married, if you want to pop the question soon, right now you need to get into the Golden Diamond Source because it all starts there. You can buy the diamond at the Golden Diamond Source. They'll slash 40% off of the mounting. And the Golden Diamond Source is a jewelry supercenter. They've got something for everyone's budget, and they do it without all the sales pressure. You can go in there and you can design something. You can pick something they already have. And the best part about it, that diamond never loses its value. At any time, you could trade that diamond in and get the full price you paid towards your next purchase. That only happens at the Golden Diamond Source. And if you've got a birthday, anniversary, or any other reason to upgrade your gift game, you'll get 15% off the birthstone jewelry all month long. And jewelry is not just for women. Guys, they have watches, bracelets, rings, anything you need can be found in the family-owned Golden Diamond Source. Stop by and see Steve and Julie Weintraub in Clearwater right there on Olmerton Road, the same place they've been for the last 30 years. 3800 Olmerton Road, right off of 275. Check them out online at goldendiamond.com. Tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP.
Monica, who is this?
I thought it was Elton John in the very, very beginning. It sounded like I'm Still Standing.
I'm Still Standing?
The very first couple of notes, I was like, I'm Still Standing, Elton John?
Nah. It's Rush.
Oh, it is? I love Rush. I only know the voice. That voice is amazing.
JP, what did you do for your wedding? Destination or no?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, we
I
know
was
it.
jamming out to Rush. What'd you say?
For your wedding, you did a destination, right?
Yeah, went to the Bahamas.
Went to the Bahamas?
Yeah, July 20th.
Yeah.
2002.
Did you pay a fee and then they handled it all and you just showed up?
I paid for myself and Nicole, all the in-laws.
No, I mean, like, did they have a wedding package? Like on St. Pete Beach, they have like the packages and the different levels of packages, and you pay this price, and they like set up the chairs, they set up the little thingy.
No, it was a wedding, but yes, I ended up paying for Nicole and myself, my parents, her parents, and the stepmother, I believe, and my two best men and her maid of honor. I paid for all those people. And I tell you what, I loved it. I thought, you know what the beautiful part about a destination wedding is? It's everybody you want to be there. Like a lot of times you end up having to invite a whole bunch of people just to, appease parents and that kind of thing. And you ended up with a whole bunch of people that you really don't care about being there, and they probably don't really want to be there, but they're paying respect. The part about a destination wedding that I love, it's really the people that you want there.
Not true. That's only true.
That's how that was true for me. That's exactly
Yeah.
what happened. There was a couple of people who couldn't make it, and
That's
I
it.
understood it.
It's only true if you're rich.
And I understood. Monica, it was, first off, it was 20-something years ago, and it was way cheaper. I think that whole weekend.
If it's more than $100, that's expensive for me. So it's going to be more. I can't go to the wedding.
But it wasn't then when you were married, and if you had as a couple that you guys could have gone, absolutely you could have done it. Now it's a different ballgame for you, but then you were married and you could have went. It was like an $800 weekend for a couple to get on a plane and go to the Bahamas. It was 3 nights in the Bahamas. It was great. I loved it. Why, Diz? Why do you ask?
I was reading this article about this couple that basically had these friends that were getting married, and they booked, trip to Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires?
Yeah, in Argentina.
Argentina?
Yeah.
Good morning, Martin Grammatica and family. Go ahead.
Yes.
For the wedding, and I guess basically a week or two before the wedding, they found out they weren't even invited, and that they booked this whole thing for no reason.
But they booked it. They found out before they left for the wedding, or when they got there was no seating for them?
Yeah, no. Apparently, the boyfriend found out, oh yeah, they're having the wedding. It's a small wedding with family, close friends, and it's going to be at this city, and these are the hotels people are booking with. But he never got a formal invitation.
Somebody who wasn't invited, he sure did know a whole lot if he knew the hotels.
Yeah, he thought, I'm good friends with the guy, so he's saying all this. But really, what he's saying is you're coming. You know what I mean? You're part of this.
Right, but he never got an invitation?
Never got because they thought this is weird because it's a month out. We're not in no text chain with people. There's no emails being sent to us. There's really no information we have with the wedding. So they decided to still go, but they didn't, since they didn't get reach out to the bride and groom because it'll be too embarrassing. They're we just ended up going anyways and avoided them at all costs because
100%.
Because it'd be awkward, and then that whole thing of it would kind of then become that would be the talk of the wedding, and they didn't want that, so they're so we'd eat early, and then if we heard they were by the pool, we would just avoid the pool and go by the spa.
They didn't go to the same hotels.
Yeah, they were at the same hotel.
Oh my God! Why didn't they just change hotels?
I don't know. I guess maybe it was too expensive or overbooked. I don't know. But they ended up staying, and they it was just our thing.
They got what they deserved, to be honest with you. I mean, why would you go and do that until you get that invitation in the mail?
Exactly.
Even if you had the conversation about it. Or you just say something. Say, listen, I know you guys talked about it, but you also said family and close friends, small wedding. I know you talked about it with me. Before I do, are we invited? Or if not, no big deal. If we're not, I totally get it. But I feel like I'm in flux before you go out and spend money and do all that stuff. That was just stupid.
Also, if the church is down the street or whatever, that's one thing. If you're flying to Martin Grammatica's home country,
right?
No, that's too far, and I'm not doing all that just in hopes.
Yeah, they flew from Germany. They're from Germany and all the way to Argentina.
Oh my God!
Because Frankfurt, that's Germany, right?
Yeah,
yeah. So, and it was a 6-day stay too. So it was a whole week.
So they had to avoid all the people for 6 days.
6 days.
No way. Now that's when I'm not doing anything to disrupt anything, but I'm also not avoiding. I'm just gonna live my life. I'm here. I paid for this.
No, you look like a dick.
I mean, maybe I am a dick for going all the way there without.
Oh no,
doing a
you
thing.
are.
But then
you are,
and that's fine. I'm a dick, but I paid this money. I'm having a good time. Again, not disrupting anything, not avoiding you either. I'm just living my life, and whatever happens, happens.
I would have immediately changed hotels, but the other part of that thing is if you do run into them in the hotel, A, it's awkward as all hell, and B, then they're like, oh, well, of course, come, that kind of thing. Or when you get back, you're going to be like, listen, you guys aren't going to believe what happened. And then the newly married couple will be like, oh, you should have joined us. It would have totally been fine. I don't understand why you didn't do it. That's crazy. Meanwhile, they're like, I can't believe these schmucks decided to book, before they were even invited.
They must not be close to, they say close friends and family, but they're definitely not close friends. Because
how distant could they be if they're rattling off the hotels that they're blocking for people?
But I'm saying kind of like what you had said with the booking, I would have for sure, like let's say it's John Senning's getting married. Well, he's already married, but he's getting married. It's a destination wedding. I would 100% go, hey, we just booked our thing. We're looking forward to it, or blah, blah, blah. Like, you would have said something leading up to it. You wouldn't just keep it to yourself and then realize no information's coming in.
Yeah.
I'm not in any way, shape, or form trying to make this awkward. And in no way, shape, or form, angry or upset or mad or jealous, or there's no negativity in this. But while you're saying this, it's reminding me of something. When it was your birthday, and you had a beach outing or whatever, and then you and JoJo were talking about it, and I think Ian and people were in here, and I was in here, and I heard about it, and that's fine. And again, it's not like we're best friends. Not a problem at all. To not be invited.
Sounds like a problem to me.
No, it's truly not. It's truly not. I don't mean it that way. I'm just saying, I knew where you were. I knew that you wouldn't be mad if I showed up.
No.
I knew JoJo, I would have people to hang out and all that. But I wasn't invited. So guess what? I'm not going to go. And by the way, that's just to the beach. This isn't to Argentina. Do you know what I mean? So it's
right. No, because like you said, that's just a beach hang. It wasn't like they would actually
a wedding in another country. Like I'm not that to me. If you didn't talk about it and like they this guy was saying, he wasn't having these discussions of okay, well this is where we're staying. I'm so excited about the wedding.
Holding on to stuff.
I'm not. I just this whole time, and I remembered it when we were talking about it. Stop trying to. I said I'm not making drama about it.
Well, this got awkward.
You can try all you want. It's not happening. Gonna have pictures of my cat.
Yeah, well, I guess so. This all ended. They were able to avoid him for a week. Is that what happened?
Yeah, for a whole 6 days, that's a lot.
It's funny because that's one of the cities I would love to visit. I've decided that.
Say it right. Are you going to say it with the
Argentina?
No, but
Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires.
I can't roll my R's.
I would like to go there to see the national team play.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Do you know what I'm saying? I would like to find a time to go there, and while I'm there, catch the Argentinian national team play, especially if Messi's still messing with them.
You know what you could do next season is come watch the Tampa Bay Sun play the women's.
You know what?
soccer.
I wanted to ask you about that.
So cool.
They're not in the big league.
They're in they have a name in the league. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Hang on. It's got an interesting name.
Because I looked it up because I thought they were in the NWSL, which is the Orlando Pride and all that other stuff, which is the big league for women
it's a
in the United
sensational
States.
league or a what's fantastic? What is the name of it? Oh crap! I have it right here. Hold on.
Not quite good.
No, it's a
pay to play.
No,
pay to play league.
No, stop it. Tampa Bay Sun. It's FC. Okay, hold on. It's got like a. You're fantastic. Super League. That's what it is. Super League.
Okay, so it's not. So they're trying to.
USL.
They're in a feeder league for the big league.
USL Super League. Also,
it's basically that UFL that you've been watching. It's basically
like semi-pro.
First season. And they made it to the championship, and they got to play here at home. And there's going to be a boat parade at 1 o'clock, and starting at Armature Works today. So you should be proud of them.
What? There's going to be a boat parade?
I want to know how many boats. I'm happy for them. I am. I'm very happy for them. Listen, I like. No. I'm not. I'm very happy for them. I wish, they were up in the big league, and maybe even with it would get even more hoopla. And me, I do love one of the things I love most about Tampa sports, especially as an outsider,
the champions,
is the boat parades.
Yeah.
It's not a boat parade.
I think it's the great. What do you mean it's not a boat parade?
They're just taking the water taxi from the city to the beach.
It's going to be a boat parade.
It's not a parade.
It's championship. They're part of. Was it Tampa? Champa Bay. Whatever.
I remember Monica having a heart attack. It was in the middle of COVID, and the Bolts were drinking out of the Stanley Cup. You're like, they're all going to die.
And people did get COVID from that. Sonia, the Lightning singer, got COVID from that, and she was out in the hospital and stuff. That was a super spreader.
I remember that whole thing. And then it was like, because they had won the same year as the Bucks, if I remember correctly.
I think it was like
it was like back-to-back boat parades. I thought that was the cool stuff. The video was great. Gronk and Brady were wasted. And that whole thing, the guys, from the Bolts just drinking out of the cup, and it looked awesome.
Bucks, Lightning, and Rowdies won that year.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And see, in New York, we do the Canyon of Heroes when a team wins.
Wah, wah.
But what?
Well, you're talking about $1 million plus Every
What's a
single
Canyon
time.
of Heroes? What does that entail?
It's an area in New York City. It's called the Canyon of Heroes, and it's where all the parades go down. And it's
It's an everyday average parade of just down the street like some land-loving losers.
But there's the confetti and all that other stuff flying. It's actually a big thing. I've been to a giant Super Bowl parade, and I've been to a Yankee parade. At one time, I went to the Yankee parade. Like if you try to get there late, you're not getting anywhere near that joint. It's cool.
So it's just a parade, though.
Yeah,
But
it sounds like just
it's just a parade.
Yeah.
It's nowhere near as cool as what goes on down there. Not even close. Not even
It's going to
close.
be a nice day for it. Get out there and support your local ladies, champion ladies.
I love what
In the
goes on
Super
down
League.
there. I think that's the coolest thing, man. I do.
Congrats, son. Congrats. I'm behind you.
There you go.
Super
Diz,
League.
find out how many boats are in that parade.
All right, done.
What's a respectable number? What number are you like? Oh, God, how embarrassing. By the way, they get to have a parade. You don't.
Respectable for people in a parade or respectable for them?
Right.
Respectful for champions of the Super League in their first year ever.
50.
50 boats?
Yeah, 50 boats. No, I'm
I'll
saying
take-
that's respectable.
I was going to say, I'll take the under.
Yeah, it's...
I got to find it. Starts at 1. I got to get to the bottom of
Right.
this.
One on a Wednesday.
Whatever, the Super Bowl
They're all-
and the Lightning, that's always during the week.
No one's going to be tuned in. They're all waiting for JoJo's ass to drop.
Okay.
No one's going to
At
no
1
parade, yeah.
And that's happening at 1 o'clock. Will that be
Yeah.
dropped at as soon as the Sending Show starts?
I imagine he'll just kind of tee it up and then we'll drop it, yes.
Okay.
Are you setting a reminder on your phone?
Will it break the internet like Kim Kardashian champagne on her butt thingy? Remember that?
I think there's something there.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
We laid on the beach, watching the tide. She didn't tell me there were rocks.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. It's summer, and it's time for Bone, Beer, and Busch Gardens Summer Nights.
Yes!
Extended park hours, all new summer-themed entertainment, the debut of Wild Oasis at Jungala, North America's most immersive kid-friendly adventure realm. And for adults, a full-service bar. And it's the return of free beer. Guests 21 and up can enjoy 1 free beer per visit to the park. And annual pass members can double the promotion and receive 2 complimentary beers per visit. For more information on this offer, guests can visit BuschGardensTampa.com. Enjoy Busch Gardens Summer Nights, now through August 10th. Listen to The Bone all week to win. And as always, head to the free 102.5 The Bone app for more chances to win. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota has an unbelievable 30-year anniversary sale. You buy one, you get one 30% off for replacement windows and patio doors. They are affordable, they are thorough, they are efficient and polite. You will love the work they do for you in beautifying your home. Renewal by Anderson, bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun, Toyota.com.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
The Calta Signature Combos are back only at Shark Coast Tactical. Will is bringing back the Calta Riot Shotty just in time for hurricane season. What is a Calta Riot Shotty, you ask? A 12-gauge Mossberg Riot Gun pistol grip shotty is paired with a tactical scabbard, and it's all for only $225. The Calta Riot Shotty. It's as American as apple pie, and it's only available at Shark Coast Tactical. The shop is open, slinging freedom from 10 to 6 daily, closed on Sunday, and always open online 24/7 at SharkCoastTactical.com. Shark Coast Tactical is on Bee Ridge Road in Sarasota. Look for them on social media and tell Mike Calta sent you.
This is Greg Trzynski of the Original Mattress Factory. People often ask me why our mattresses last so long. The answer is simple. We build them right. Not only are OMF mattresses durable, they give you peace of mind from day one. When you invest in a mattress from OMF, you're investing in better sleep tonight and smart savings for years to come. No more frequent replacements, no more wasted time shopping. To learn more about the true value of durability, visit originalmattress.com and read our latest blog on getting the most from your mattress investment.
I'm honored by the number of referrals that Bernetti PA gets from others in our legal profession. We have represented clients referred to us by other law firms and even represented judges. They've called us. Why shouldn't you? Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, Pinellas.
School is out and summer is here. Wherever you plan your summer vacation, make Crown Kia your first stop. During the Kia Summer Sales Event, drive a new Kia K4, just $219 a month, or a new Kia Sportage with a special low 1.9 APR. Test drive your new Kia today at Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 1-800-371-0942 for complete details.
Quitting tobacco isn't easy. The good news is, Tobacco Free Florida is here to help you quit your way. When you call Tobacco Free Florida's phone quit service, you'll receive one-on-one sessions with a coach who can help you on your quit journey. You may also qualify for free nicotine replacement therapy like patches, gum, or lozenges. Whatever your reason to quit is, Tobacco Free Florida can help you get started. Call 1-877-YOU-CAN-NOW.
O'Reilly. You need parts? We got parts. Product availability? Just one part that makes O'Reilly stand apart. Get one free set of brake pads when you buy 2 brake rotors. Upgrade to Brake Best Select brake pads for $10 more, or upgrade to Brake Best Select Pro or import direct pads for just $20. Offer in-store only. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Download the free Bone app to listen to us anywhere. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com.
And now, back to JP.
You know who that is, Monica?
Mike and the Mechanics.
Not a girl.
Said, go if you want to go.
I can't believe I like this stuff.
I can neither. I can name, honestly, 80s is my decade. I can name usually one-hit wonders, but 80s tunes in general and literally one note or fewer. Like, that's the God's honest truth.
I'm a big Katrina and the Waves guy, too. Bet you didn't know that about me. Fun fact.
I mean, it's impossible to be in a bad mood walking on sunshine.
It's truth. So listen to this. Last night, I'm watching TV, which I very, very rarely do, and I'm just kind of scrolling through, and I catch the news. And to be quite honest with you, I have no idea what news I was watching. Zero. But they were covering the whole Iran and Israel thing and the bombings going on and all that other stuff. This dude is like a correspondent. He's in a hotel. He's on a balcony. He's wearing like a combat helmet. And he starts like doing what he's supposed to be doing. Like he starts the whole back and forth with the anchor back at the desk. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know, he's like, all right, hold on. All right, just follow it. And then he's running away. Yeah. The guy with the camera's running away. So the camera's bouncing all up and down like this. And we just got to get into a safer spot. Just got to, just bear with us for a second. And all this other stuff. I'm like, dude, unless your salary ends in illions, what are you doing?
But it's not about the money. It's about some people are born to do that. And that's what they want to do. And they're not happy when they're not doing that.
I tell you what, you should be happy doing something else because there's no way, you're out there, you're risking your life, and for what? Like, what are you
to do their
risking
job?
your
That's
life?
what they want to do.
Listen, I love this job. I'm not doing it from a war zone.
You're built from a
not a
different cloth.
chance in hell.
You're more of a money guy. You're more of the what's the incentive here for me money wise. These people they want to be in there. I saw a documentary of sorts. I don't know if it was an official documentary of a woman who was a reporter herself, a journalist, and then she married someone, and they both together wanted to be in that. And when they were sent home, because you can't do that, for the rest of your life or whatever. You got to have some time off. And they were sent home. They were miserable. They were waiting for when they could go back. They want to do that. It's in their blood, and they're miserable if they're not covering some
This guy
dramatics
did
like
not
that.
look like a happy camper when he was dodging, and stuff was blowing up outside the windows. You can hear the explosions, and I don't know, man. That's a gig that I just don't. You're risking your life for who? For some network, so they can make.
But I don't know if it's for some. In my point of view, it's not for some network. It's for us here to be able to see what's really going down, for the honesty, for the.
Monica, do it in front of a green screen with explosions in the background. Lie to me. I don't even care.
That's what the wusses say.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what these people want to get out there.
You want to blow some stuff in the background and tell me you're in Israel and there's stuff, or you're in Iran and things going on. Cool. I don't know. I felt bad for the dude because he did not exactly look happy running for his life. That's for sure.
Well, it's got to be scary. You're human. You're going to be afraid. But he wants. I'm saying, I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, obviously, but there are journalists who really live for that, and that's what they want to do.
I'll tell you what was cool is some of the video that you're getting of the missiles coming in from Iran and that Dome of Doom or whatever the hell the Israelis have, and they're just blowing the missiles up. The overwhelming majority, I think they got less than 5% of all of the missiles that are being launched from Iran are actually making ground in Israel. Everything else is getting blown up before it reaches ground. It's wild to watch. I remember watching Roger and I on this little tiny color TV we had in our office. This is pre-flat screen TVs, right? So it was like a little, I want to say maybe 20-inch television that we had in the office. Watching Shock and Awe. Do you remember the whole Shock and Awe campaign when we went
I have a
into
girlfriend
Iraq?
who named her boobs that. But yes, I do remember Shock and Awe.
Did you really?
They're huge, yeah.
That's great.
First Hooters girl ever, Lynn Austin. First ever Hooters girl, yeah. She named her Shock and Awe.
You've mentioned her before. I remember sitting there watching it, and that's like, I almost feel bad being so enthralled by it. And I think it's only because it's all the way over there. I don't know if I can handle watching it if it was here.
In Idaho or something, or even in like Pennsylvania or something?
Anywhere in the States. I don't think if it was happening on our own turf, but I can sit there and watch the video of those rockets being blown up over the, in midair from the Israeli defense. Like, those guys are badasses. That country is like the size of Rhode Island. Israel. Maybe like bigger than Rhode Island, but not all that big. It's not the size of Florida. I can tell you that. And they'll fight anybody.
Scary.
They got a whole region that wants them gone because of the God that they pray to. And they're just like, you know what? We're going to sit there and we're going to defend against everybody. And if if anybody wants to help, cool. And if not, back off. We got this. And they're just bombing the crap out of anybody. They're just going. And they got their little, what is it? What's the name of it? Something of the Golden Dome or?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know,
they're
but
just, they're
it's
just
scary,
fighting, man. They're fighting with everything they got.
Yes, they are.
They're gonna go after that. What do they call the supreme leader or whatever the hell it is of Iran?
I think that's when America might get involved.
Can't let them have. We definitely can't let them have nukes though, because those people are crazy. But it's kind of wild to watch and see it unfold. And now it's on the news every day, and it's
scary. I don't know what it was like in any of during the Korean War or the Vietnam War, or which is different things entirely. But I'm saying I don't know what it was like here for that. But I just feel like in 2025 the stakes are way higher and it's scarier.
Yeah, I mean the stakes are crazy high if Iran gets a nuke. That's bad because they'll take out. They'll take out Israel. What's crazy is it's like it's over the God they pray to. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, when
like,
they say religion, like you can't. Religion is people.
Right. It's like, but man, and it's so just absolute. Like unless you, for that faction of Muslims, and I'm not trying to paint the picture of all Muslims by any stretch, but for that hardcore, like it has, like if you don't pray to Allah, then you are an infidel and you have to go. And there is no, right, okay, you guys are cool. You have your God, you're good, and we have our God, and like everybody just kind of live together and you do what you got to do and no harm, no foul. Like that's impossible. It's impossible. It's bizarre to me. And maybe it's just because I'm not a religious dude so much that's where it's at. I don't know, man. It's to me, it's sad. I kind of get upset by the whole thing because I'm like, I just don't know. It's like, can't we all just get along, Huh.
I think it's just scary. And like you said, watching it in a faraway land is completely different.
Right.
But I don't know why. And never before in my ridiculously long life, we've all established I'm old, have I thought about things ever here on U.S., but for some reason with this stuff going down, I've thought of that. It's occurred to me.
How'd you not think of it after September 11th? It happened.
I had total faith. I know. Trust me, I had nightmares for almost a year after that. And I was really messed up in the psychological part of it, but none of it was fear, I don't think. It was more just of what we saw and what was happening and for the first time ever. And we didn't know what was unfolding when that first went down, like what is happening. The first one everybody just thought was an accident, like, oh, someone really screwed up there or whatever. And then when it happened again, and then at the Pentagon, and things just happened the way they happened. That was very traumatizing and scary. But there was no fear. The way, and I didn't even vote for Bush, but the way Bush handled that, the way everybody as America came together, we're not taking this crap, we're America.
Yeah.
It was a different vibe than things are now. And I think maybe that's where the fear comes from.
But I do think it's the one thing, unfortunately, and I've said this to you for years I've said it. Unfortunately, I think it's the only thing that could bring us together. I really, if there's anything that can.
I don't know if there's anything that can.
Unfortunately, I think that's the only thing that can, is something catastrophic happening here, which would suck.
I would rather, I would like you just said, can we all just get along? But I don't want anything catastrophic to happen for us to have to.
No, of course not. Of course not. They keep shit, but I'll tell you what, the news being the news, if it bleeds, it leads.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is, they're not going to.
No.
They're not going to, like, and again, this goes back to what I said earlier, that journalist that you're talking about, like, that it takes away, like, now we know what's going on. A million times people are, can't trust this network, can't trust it, whatever. If this person's in there and we get to see what he's doing, what pictures or film or even just the words he types out, that is doing a lot for American people, I think. And good for him. And thank you for doing that, by the way. I ain't doing it.
There was a, where the hell is this thing? I found there was some woman who claims she talks to aliens and, let me see if I can find it. She talks to aliens and angels. Yeah, she's a little nutty.
Well, I mean, listen.
Okay, come on. She doesn't talk to aliens, Monica. Stop.
We don't.
She
well, we
doesn't.
can all
Stop.
agree.
No, we can't agree.
There are aliens. Are you saying there's no possibility of there being
I didn't
aliens?
say there weren't, but I'm saying she ain't talking to them.
We don't. How do you know?
Monica.
Okay.
Monica.
I'm not saying she does. I'm saying I can't say within a shadow of doubt that she doesn't. Like, it's impossible for that to happen. I'd like to hear her out. I'd like to know what's really going on there. And if
you really don't think it's impossible?
No. I think for a long time now, and not just now, like literally since, the first one we knew about was the 50s,
Right.
happening way before that. There's stuff going on we don't know about. I don't need to know about it. Not my business. That's fine. But I'm saying people have learned to discuss and communicate, and there's ways, and you can't tell me there's not.
Okay. She goes by Divine Magic on the TikTok.
That's
and
not
she
helping
calls
her any.
She called exactly.
That's just a name. You can't discredit someone from her name, but it's not helping her.
I can too. I can discredit you for a name. I could discredit you for a lot of things.
What about Monica? You got a problem with the name Monica?
No, but apparently Coca-Cola does. When's the last time you saw yourself on one of those bottles?
I know.
See?
Not talking to Coca-Cola.
I don't want to hear it. So this chick, Divine Magic, she calls herself an interdimensional communicator. And she said she could speak with aliens and angels, and has transcribed a recent message for humanity. Today's message, she says, and I'm quoting her, comes from Alien Lilith.
I don't know why that's funny. I'm listening. What does Lilith have to say?
Yeah, break it down for me, dog.
I got you, bro. Monica, you're the best. All right. So Alien Lilith says that she confirmed that aliens still expect that we will be able to, quote, see the motherships in the sky this month. And then she also offered advice to those of us struggling on old Earth right now. She said that the message was sent telepathically as usual, which she said she was then able to convert into words using her iPad.
Of course.
Okay.
That's what they're best for.
So Miss Magic, Miss Divine Magic, she talked to the alien and then only telepathically, and then she just transcribed it on her iPad. And she said Emily then reads Alien Lilith's words that are, quote, "We see the events playing out all around your planet right now. We see your media." And here's where she actually got my attention a little bit. We see your media amplify what it is told to amplify and withhold what they are told to withhold. That I'll buy. We see that some of these events are not as bad as your media wants you to believe.
That I'll buy.
Other events, yeah, but you could also make that up too. I could have told you that. As a matter of fact, I have told you that. Other events are as bad or worse than they appear. She also continues on about Lilith, the alien, speaks about a heaviness that all humans feel, which is a, quote, indication of things that are about to change. According to the caring alien, we are feeling the, quote, density of the earth change as they are getting closer to us. That's the aliens and the mothership and all that stuff. As they approach us, they can feel the weight of the goings on. Quote, you are feeling the resistance of the opposing forces that prefer you to be angry and afraid. Yeah. I guess that's the media. And in the short term, people all around the world are likely to feel the heaviness of the energy right now. This might manifest for you as fatigue, financial stress, and apathy.
Okay. I don't see why this is like. She's not saying I was
Monica.
told I would be forced to have an alien baby, or she's just
Monica. She's not talking alien.
It's like a bad horoscope, is what I just heard.
Well, and
for America.
Yeah. Oh God!
Listen, I don't have proof that she is, but you don't have proof that she isn't.
What's more plausible, though?
To me, it's equal, and here's why.
Equal?
Yes, because I don't know that there's one is more plausible than the other, because there is so much we don't know. The way the and kind of like what she said, the government's been we don't know everything there is to know about aliens. I don't need to. I'm not.
How much people do we know that speak to aliens?
That have come out and
on
said
record,
it.
that
Because
we know
if they come out and say it on
right.
record, then they're going to laugh like you both did. So why would they? Why would they?
So we have none besides this one.
Because of that reason. Because they don't feel like getting mocked.
Let me bring it another angle. If you were a betting woman, would you bet that she does talk to aliens or doesn't?
That's a push.
Okay.
I used your betting term against you.
You did. I'm pretty impressed that you knew push. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. But okay. You outdid yourself on this one.
I'm not, for the record, I'm not saying I 1,000 believe I'm going to do whatever she says. I'm saying I don't have proof that she isn't. I can believe. I have the ability to open my brain and believe that's a possibility. That's all I'm saying.
Again,
okay.
Dumbest universe we live in this timeline.
I feel like if we put a poll up,
I'd want to strip on it.
It's not going to end well.
Oh.
You'd want to. I wasn't even thinking of it that way. You're on fire today. It's JP 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio with Monica and Dizzy, and we will be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Did you miss the Mike Calta show today?
You got flavored vape, you got flavored vodka, you got flavored edible underwear. We got it all now. Remember back in the day whenever you were eating a girl's underwear and it just tasted like girl's underwear? Thank God for science, right?
Listen to the Mike Calta show every weekday morning at 6 a.m. on The Bone. Or anytime with the full show replay on the free 102.5 The Bone app.
Summer is here, and it's time to eat, sip, and bar hop in downtown St. Pete. Visit DTSPSummerNights.com to win a $200 gift card to some of the best hotspots, like Whiskey Exchange, Who's on First, Double and Drop, There Goes the Neighborhood, and Tequila Daisy.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah.
Tampa.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Let the professionals at Fence Outlet save you time and money. We handle everything from the free estimate to the install. We do it all, and you get 0% financing. So come into Fence Outlet or visit fenceoutlet.com today. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
The guaranteed offer for Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and I'm here in the studio with Mark of Mark Spain Real Estate. Mark, what is it about the guaranteed offer that makes selling a home so simple and stress-free?
Selling your home with a guaranteed offer is the absolute easiest way to sell your home. It's all cash, which means there's no loan contingencies, and you can close quickly on your timeline so you can move on to the next chapter of your life stress-free. It's really that simple.
Don't just take our word for it. Mark Spain Real Estate has over 13,000 five-star reviews, making them the most trusted and experienced real estate team in the U.S. Skip the stress, make the most money, and sell your home fast this summer with the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Find out what your guaranteed offer would be. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get the guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Find your path at Hillsborough Community College. HCC offers affordable, flexible options for earning an associate degree or certificate. Our dynamic learning environment offers expert faculty and engaging student life, and our convenient class schedules fit your schedule. Then seamlessly transfer to a four-year university or start your career right away. HCC will get you there. Register now at hccfl.edu.
The heat is on, and when the heat is on, your AC is on. And when the AC is on, your money is gone. But Solar Bear is a better way to cool down your bills. Go solar now and get 12 months with zero power payments. That's a full year of energy on the house, literally and figuratively. Solar Bear is Florida's trusted solar company, locally owned, going 10 years strong and backed by thousands of five-star reviews. Stop letting the power company cash in on your summer, and more importantly, stop renting your power from the power companies. Call Solar Bear or visit SolarBear.com and own your power before prices rise again.
Downtown St. Pete got a whole lot thirstier. It's the grand opening of Thirsty First at our new location on Central Avenue. Catch the UFC fights, groove to a DJ, or relax in the upstairs VIP lounge. There's something for everyone. Come check out our new vibe. You're going to love it. Thirsty First.
A cat named Mo for All American Gunslingers. July 5th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. at All American Gunslingers. Come to the first ever indoor drone shoot. Get your chance to shoot an actual drone. This is a ticketed event. Tickets are available now, but get them while they last. Get tickets at aagunslingers.com. VIP ticket includes food from Grind Truck. There'll be prizes, raffles, and a grand prize for the winner who shoots down the drone in the fastest time. All American Gunslingers on US 19 North in Newport Richey. Rights, safety, freedom, America.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Our firm handles hundreds of crash cases involving semi-trucks every year. A crash case involving semis is much different, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can leave lots of money on the table. Many times there is separate insurance for the cab and for the trailer. Sometimes there are actually layers of other insurances and excess insurance that some lawyers may not know about because they don't see that many cases. We see these cases every day. Also, there are federal laws governing the hours a driver may drive in a 24-hour period and logs that are required. A crash case involving a semi-truck is a totally different animal than a simple car crash. We have lawyers who only handle these cases. It's all they do. Rolling the dice with the wrong law firm can be disastrous. Call us on your cell phone at Pound Law, pound 529. It's so easy. Injured? Dial Pound Law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Go from daydreamer to industry leader with Amazon Business. From office supplies to IT essentials, Amazon Business provides tools that help you save costs and make insight-based decisions. Learn how to bring your visions to life at amazonbusiness.com.
Uh-oh, Brad's buzzed. Oh, yeah? Yeah, he's starting with the woots. Good thing is, he knows when he's buzzed.
Know your buzzed warning signs? Call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This is the story of the one. As a lineman, he does whatever it takes to keep the power on in his community. And he wants a partner like Grainger who does the same. Grainger offers the professional-grade products he needs, from voltage detectors to harnesses to hard hats, plus fast, dependable delivery, so he can rise to every challenge. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
Guys, if I could just have your attention.
Turn it on now!
You might want to check this one out.
All right, here we go!
Stay right where you are.
Stand by to broadcast.
Okay, people, let's do this. Now we're ready to roll.
And now, it's JP.
Here we go.
Are you ready?
JP, 1025 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. Hour number 2 brought to you by JustCallBo.com, Tampa's injury attorneys. We'll get to Dead Guy in the Envelope in just a few minutes. This goes on the list of occupations where they should automatically do some sort of investigation and steal your hard drives. That guy, that psychopath in Minnesota that decided to go around killing politicians. Yeah. Remember that over the weekend? You guys know that story?
Yeah. He escaped for a while and they finally caught him, yeah.
Yeah, they got him. You know what this guy's been doing for a living?
What?
Something creepy, right? It has to be something creepy.
All right, you're onto something.
What is creepy? What's a creepy job?
Like spying, like going outside these people's houses individually and looking in their bathroom windows type of thing?
No, like he runs a porn theater. That's creepy.
No. This is his occupation, Monica. So it's
his
not
job.
He's on the cleanup crew of a porn theater.
No, and he's not even on the cleanup crew of a murder thing. I know. I actually now know 2 people that do that for a living. Like their job is to go in and clean up after the law enforcement is done with the crime scene. So it could be like an axe murder or whatever it is, or somebody's been found dead and it's been rotting the apartment. Like their job now is to go in. They make good money doing it.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we have them call in here? Didn't they call in the show? I mean, here?
Yeah, that's not even the person I know. I know 2 people from here that are doing it.
Yeah, I do.
I do remember that now, Diz.
Yes.
You know how earlier you said there weren't enough illions on the end of a salary or whatever for you to go be a war journalist. There aren't enough latex gloves and body coverings and eye shields, and that's too much. My body, I don't care how much it's covered. A tin suit is not enough. I don't need to be exposed to all of that.
So this accused Minnesota assassin, the guy's name is Vance Bolter. Now, this guy was handpicked by the governor to do some political stuff. He did that for years. And then he decided to go and kill some politicians that were on the same team as him. And then this guy's job, and then he was he's been out of politics for a while. His most recent job was extracting eyeballs from corpses.
Nope.
At a funeral home.
That's insane.
Now, you tell me, you accept the job.
Well,
where you're extracting eyeballs from corpses, and nobody should at least kick the tires.
No, and here's
on
why.
Why do you argue with me about
No,
everything?
I'm sorry. And everybody's gonna say no. No, because I am not here to argue with you. I'm just here to give my
Are
point.
you
of view.
sure?
It's not an
I'm pretty
argument.
sure that's exactly
And
why
then,
you're
you know
here.
what? Then you're right. You know
Just
what,
kidding.
JP?
I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
you're right. Stupid idiot.
Yeah,
Why? Who
right.
does he think he is? Kill them all. Whoever does something creepy like that, they're all wrong and bad.
Right.
Now you get it.
Better, girl.
Now you're part of the team.
No, seriously, I was just breaking your
No,
balls.
because
Go-
because you're not the only one that everybody's saying. Even this, you got to argue. I'm not arguing.
Monica,
I'm not
you
arguing.
argued me with a woman who talks to aliens. This is
did.
nothing.
You
This
did.
is
Not a-
nothing.
How come you take it as an argument when really it's just a different point of view? It doesn't have to be an argument. My
listen,
brain works differently than your brain works, and that's the bottom line.
Right,
Yes,
but in
ours
courtrooms,
full
it's
capacity.
Right, in courtrooms, it's called an
Let's
argument.
do
too.
that
doesn't
right
mean
now,
we're
Gareth.
fighting.
Let's go. Let's go right now with that one. You want to say that? Let's effing go. Yeah.
What do you have in mind?
Yeah,
I
what do you
didn't
have?
pay anyone to take my tests for me in school. I didn't cheat off anyone to take off my tests off school.
Yeah. And you still didn't learn that we can't talk to aliens.
I didn't. I learned to have an open mind and know that it's a possibility.
Don't you think having an open mind is one thing, but maybe it goes to extremes? Like talking to aliens might be a little extreme.
I again, on the surface, if you just look at like it's a headline, I'm more of a read the rest of the article girl, because headline looks a little. Listen, and look, she talks to aliens. Oh my God! But you read the article, it is, well, we've been dealing with stuff we don't know about way high in the government. They have been. I have no doubt there's been communication of some sort between someone here on Earth and aliens, be it government, be it people that aliens choose or whatever. I don't know enough about it, but because I don't know, I don't close my mind to it. There's something going on we don't know about. I don't know that it's not possible.
You have no doubt. You just said you have no doubt that they've been talking to aliens.
I have no doubt that the government knows something about aliens way more than we do, and not just a little bit.
Well, yeah, something about aliens, yes.
Yes.
Having conversations with the guy driving the spaceship, I think is a stretch.
And honestly, I have the ability to say, maybe you're right. I'm not saying that I'm 100% right. I'm saying there's a possibility. And the fact that you close off the possibility is the difference between how your brain works and how my brain works.
Back to what we were just going to say. I feel like if you accept the job taking eyeballs out of corpses, somebody should at least kick the tires on a little background check. And you don't think you disagree?
I believe everything you believe, JP.
No, stop.
No, I'm not
stop.
stopping. It's just stupid
stop.
at this point.
No, that's being silly. We can have a discussion just
You
because
would
we
think
break.
until you call it an argument.
You called it an argument, not me.
I've been saying this whole time it's not an argument. It's just a difference of opinion.
I take
You
that back.
said argument.
I take that back. Go to the tape. You're right.
Thank
See?
you.
I can admit when you're right.
And I sincerely appreciate that.
So, anywho, this guy, his job is scooping eyeballs out of corpses. And he was talking to, but the story is weird because he's married with kids, but then they quoted his friend and sometime roommate, this guy, David Carlson. He said, and so he must have been living with his roommate at the time that all this went down. He said, this is the roommate talking. He goes, I knocked on his door and I said, hey, Vance, are you there? Carlson recalled of his interaction with the accused killer 7 p.m. Friday. So this is right before he started going on his little rampage and killing people. The guy's response, Bolter's response, the bad guy here, he goes, yeah, I'm in bed. I'm trying to get some rest for work. And he said he'd always say, I need to rest for work so I'm sharp. Because he was extracting eyeballs, you have to be sharp for that.
That makes sense.
And I'm like, do you? They're dead. You can get a spoon and just scoop them out and nobody's going to, you know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to even know the difference. Right? I don't know how you feel. Listen, you want to be the best at what you do, whatever it is that you do. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. And then he said it wasn't unusual for this guy Bolter, who once worked in the food industry and also had a manager as a 7-Eleven. So this guy was like kind of all over the place. You're in politics. It doesn't say what order it was in, but this guy was all over the place. And then after all of this, he was studying to be he was taking courses in mortuary science, and he was studying to this, and he took a job. He took a job. I don't know why he's extracting eyeballs. They must have been selling them. You know, they must have been selling them for research or maybe.
Is that how you get them to donate? I don't know. I don't know what the process is to donate organs and stuff. And you can donate eyes, but
I mean, I would think that would happen in the hospital before it got to the funeral homes. I would think that would be done by doctors that would be doing that. But what the hell do I know? And it says that he was doing this. This was his last gig, and both of the funeral homes that he was working at, he left both of them back in February. So this whole time,
oh jeez,
you know, yeah. But then he wasn't because he must have not been doing this because the last 2 funeral homes that he was working for, they couldn't, you know, step away from this guy enough, saying he quit in February on his own. He voluntarily left in February.
Okay.
That was both of them. But now he was working for somebody because he was just extracting eyeballs, according to his roommate guy, the day of. I don't know, man. This is bizarre. This whole thing is bizarre.
Have we got to the depths of it all, or is there going to be more?
What do you mean?
Like, are we going to find more stuff out? I mean, you mentioned this.
Yeah, the investigation's just started.
Yeah.
They're going to rip this guy. They're going to rip this guy's past apart. They're going to go through everything they can find out about this dude. I know he sent a text to his family. I think it said, "Daddy just went to war tonight."
What does that mean?
Yeah. Hold on.
What does that mean?
Let me see if I want to get that right. Let me make sure I get this guy's name. I want to spell it right.
He just went to war tonight.
Yeah. Daddy went to war tonight. Vance Bolter. Yeah.
I really wish we had Brett here still, man, with all these stuff you guys be saying.
What do you mean? I didn't make this up.
You said it very proudly. That's why it was funny.
Oh, you mean that he'd isolate it?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Daddy's going. Daddy just.
Here it is. Here it is. Words are not going to explain how sorry I am for the situation. Oh, wait, excuse me. Here it is. Dad went to war last night. I don't want to say more because I don't want to implicate anybody. That's what he sent to his family. His family, right? And then he says, around the same time, he sent an apologetic message to his wife saying that words are not going to explain how sorry I am for the situation. There's going to be some people coming to the house armed and trigger happy, and I don't want you guys around.
Oh, damn.
What if you were married to this guy? Did you just bang him last night and now he's doing this?
Well, no, because he was with his roommate. Remember I said before you know, his roommate kind of knocked on his door. He's like, "I'm sleeping. I got to get ready."
Yeah.
So he can get sentenced to 40 years per charge with a minimum of 3 years each. How can you get a minimum of you put a bullet in somebody, you killed them? How can you only get a minimum of 3 years? He could also receive a maximum sentence of up to 20 years with a minimum of 3 for each of the attempted murder charges. The guy killed a dog too. Like the 2 people.
Come on.
The 2 people the 2 people that he killed. He also tried to kill the dog. The dog was so gravely wounded that it had to be put to sleep. But like your kids get that text, Dad went to war last night. How old are these? How old are these kids?
What if that's your dad? Oh my God.
What are they supposed to do with that?
What if that's your husband? What if that's your dad? Like, how do you?
Think about the kids of the Long Island serial killer guy.
Yeah.
Like they just woke up to Dad's not home. I wonder where Dad is. And then all of a sudden you just turn on the news or you look outside your window and there's 45 news trucks outside, cops all over the place, ambulances everywhere. You're like, yo. And then they're like, well, what's going on? Oh, turns out Daddy was killing hookers and throwing them on the side of a highway. Wait, what?
And Father's Day just passed. What do you do? Happy Father's Day.
I don't know, man.
I was on Paramount Plus for some ungodly known reason, and I saw your stupid documentary, and I was this close to watching. I'm like, what am I doing right now? JP's suckered me into this stupid serial killer documentary. I didn't watch it, but now I kind of want to. My curiosity is piqued. I know.
I got to finish it tonight. My wife and
I. Is it long?
Finish it tonight. It's 3, I think 50-minute episodes or something along those lines.
Is it dragged out or is it a good 50 minutes each time?
You know what, Monica? I don't know. It's interesting for me because I know a lot of the people that are being interviewed.
Yeah. And, you know them personally?
I know the cops. I know the politicians.
That's kind of cool.
And I know them personally. Yeah. So for me, it's kind of cool. Like, I watched it, and then I was texting with the chief of police for Nassau County, right? And we were just texting the next morning. He was like, dude, I cannot wait to come on your show and tell you what I know. But he can't because he doesn't want anything to go out on the air, and then it ruins the trial.
Yeah.
Or it messes with the case. He's like, but when I can come in, boy, I'm going to tell you everything. I was like, right on.
So you don't think it'll be as interesting for someone who doesn't know all these people?
I don't know. I don't know if it will be. I don't know that it won't be, but I don't know if it will be.
All right, I think I'm roped in. I think you roped me into a
give
documentary.
It a shot. Listen, you'll know in the first half an hour.
Yeah,
you give it a half hour, and if it's got you, it's got you, and if not, it's just, God, it's such an awful, awful thing. Like, I know the attorney for the family of one of the dead women. He's come in and done our show for other things. It's pretty wild. All right, switching gears. Dead Guy in the Envelope. Dead Guy in the Envelope brought to you by Mark Spain Real Estate. Get your guaranteed offer at markspain.com. This is a guy, he basically did everything but song and dance there is to do in entertainment. He did television, he did movies, he did radio, he was an author, and some other stuff as well. He's had a long career. He worked right up until his death. Right up until his death, he was working. White American guy. All right? That's a lot right there.
Yeah, it is.
Go ahead, Monica.
White American. Wow. Would you say that TV was his biggest outlet?
You can make that argument. You could definitely make that. I don't want to say argument. You can discuss that in depth.
Well, it's me, so it's clearly an argument. That's what I do.
Okay. So, yeah, you can say television is what he's known for best. You can definitely say that. I can take another side of it, but I would lean. I would
Stop
roll
arguing
that way.
with me, JP. It's just-
I would roll that way.
Okay.
Diz.
Someone with this many accolades and doing all this stuff, I would assume married to someone famous?
No. No. Not married to somebody famous. Married multiple times. Like his last wife, the woman he was married to at the time, she had she's got a Wikipedia page, but you're not going to know who she is. I can promise you that. All right? 800-771-1025. White guy, American guy. Film, radio, television, author. You could definitely say you know him best for television. He had a long career, worked right up to his death. 800-771-1025. Now, your job for Dead Guy in the Envelope is you ask yes or no questions. If you get a yes, you go again. You keep asking questions until you either know the answer or you get it wrong. And if you get it wrong, then we move on to the next caller. One more time, 800-771-1025. It's Dead Guy in the Envelope on 102.5 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. I'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
At Mayo Clinic in Florida, we are conquering the unconquerable. Our experts are leading the way with innovative regenerative medicines and biotherapeutics that can repair diseased, injured, or defective tissues and organs to help treat people with chronic medical conditions. We're making more possible at Mayo Clinic because every day we're doing what's never been done. Learn more at mayoclinic.org/possible. Mayo Clinic, you know where to go.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
Hey, did you know that with Frontier Fiber Internet, the best Wi-Fi isn't just for VIPs anymore?
So even if I have less than 1 million followers?
Or me, a total noob?
What if I'm not in the metaverse yet?
Yeah, now everyone can get Wi-Fi 7 with a premium Eero router on Fiber 500 and up. Now starting at only $39.99 per month. Switch to the most advanced Wi-Fi on 100% fiber internet. Only from Frontier. Good to go. In select areas, price for 12 months with autopay. ETF terms apply. Max speeds wired. Actual average and Wi-Fi speed vary.
Wait, you're leaving us? You're matching pajamas.
Matching silk pajamas, babe.
You discover Heineken and now you go out to watch live sports?
We were literally made to wrap you in luxury, to vibe, to recharge your soul.
And your weighted blanket is here.
It's like a blanket, but so weighted.
Don't listen to your PJs. Head to the game with some friends and grab some ice-cold Heinekens. Must be 21 plus to purchase. Enjoy Heineken responsibly.
Yuck. It is getting hot fast, and you know what that means. Time to turn on your air conditioning, and trust me, you want to make sure your HVAC system is working perfectly before even more brutal heat hits. But if you need a new system and you didn't take advantage of Trane's rebate offers before, Climate Design has you covered. Get extended rebate offers now through the month of June and switch out that old, unreliable HVAC system with a brand new one. Earn rebates up to $1,300 off a new Trane system, and Climate Design will match it up to $2,600. Folks, that price cannot be beat in this Florida heat. Give Climate Design Home Services a call today and ask to speak to a comfort specialist. You'll have peace of mind knowing your AC is in top working order before you need it. That is reassurance you can feel good about. Visit climatedesign.com or call 727-295-1572.
Enjoy revved up summer savings at Crown Hyundai.
Get financing as low as 0%. Buy with zero down or make no payments for a year on over 700 new tariff-free Hyundais. Drive a new 2025 Hyundai Elantra SE for only $99 a month. All are backed by Owner Assurance, America's best warranty, including a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. Crown Hyundai, the better way to buy and service.
Visit CrownHyundai.com.
With approved credit, 24-month lease, 10K miles a year, $59.95 due at signing, plus dealer fee and electronic filing fee.
There's a lot of great things happening in June at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. A $20,000 blackjack tournament, a $150,000 bonus time slot tournament. You could win a 2025 Mercedes CLE 300 in a drawing, and a $150,000 hot seat power winners. And new Unity members by Hard Rock receive a limited time t-shirt and up to $200 on us. Gambling, great restaurants like Suppresso and Council Oak, the Rez, and the Hard Rock Cafe. Stop in at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino and tell them Mike Calta sent you.
Drinking and driving don't mix. If you've been injured by a drunk driver, we're Bernetti PA and we sue drunk drivers. We know you may not have been ready. Call 1-800-BERNETTI. We're ready. Offices Tampa, Lakeland, and Pinellas.
Hi, I'm Patrick Thomas.
And I'm Heather Thomas from Bolt Electric, where we believe that the right way is the only way to do home electrical.
We believe the National Electrical Code is really the minimum standard, not the maximum standard.
We believe you deserve better electrical parts and better service.
We believe in ongoing training for our electricians.
Because there's no end to learning and improving.
Because at Bolt, we believe your safety is our core priority. Electrical problem? Call Bolt.
Online at boltelectric.com.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio, sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
And now, back to JP. Saluting every...
What the hell was that?
Nobody heard. What?
Yeah, we're professional here.
Nobody
We
saw.
didn't hear
What?
Nobody saw.
I don't know what that could have been. I can't find commercials.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. Not from here, I can't.
You got wide orbit right there. You totally can.
I think it was the ad on your X videos before the video plays.
I wish. No, it doesn't matter. Dead guy in the envelope, 800-771-1025. So here's what we got so far. You got a guy who's done a whole lot as far as entertainment goes. Radio, television, film, author. He's done some other stuff in there too. Some of that other stuff may or may not have been what led to television. Okay, or led to all the other stuff. And he's a white guy, he's an American guy, and he acted right up until his death. Let's go with Randy on line 8.
On your X videos before the video plays.
Come on, dude.
No. It's good when I talk.
Jeff on line 7.
That hurt.
Did he do stand-up comic?
He did.
Bob Saget?
No. No. But yeah, you could add stand-up to his list of accomplishments. Derek, line 6.
Hello?
Hello. What's up, Derek? What do you got?
Yes. Did he win an Oscar?
No. Dave, line 5.
Hey, how's it going? Did he have his own talk show?
He did. But, go ahead. What's your next question?
Was it on CNN?
No. And I will say this, that don't go down that talk show route, because that's a blip in his career. It was short-lived. It was a blip. John, line 4.
Yeah, was he from Michigan? Born in Michigan?
No.
Not that I need to know, and I'm not guessing, but do you know where he was born?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Prepared.
I was prepared today. Kelly, line 3.
Hi, was he known for humanitarian and volunteerism work?
No. Kyle, line 2.
Was this guy ever on SNL?
Yes.
Is it Phil Hartman?
No. He was not. I don't believe he was a cast member on SNL, but he has appeared on SNL a whole bunch of times. You know, he's got episodes here and there and that kind of thing. So whether he hosted or he was on there doing characters, whatever it was. But, you know, SNL is definitely something he did, but that's, again, not something I would concentrate on. Let's go. Where are we? James, line 1. Oh, James is gone. Patty, line 8. No way.
Did he wear glasses?
He did wear glasses. Sometimes.
Was it Larry King?
No. It's not Larry King. Again, get away from the talk show. Brian, line 7.
Yeah, did any of his writings inspire the movie A Christmas Story?
No. Kevin, line 4.
But, again, not something I would concentrate on.
Oh, my God, with the goddamn radios. Mitch, line 3. I can't.
It does hurt. It really
Can't. Mitch,
Yeah,
line 3.
was he known as Uncle Milty?
No. No. Greg, line 2.
Was he in the movie Coming to America?
No.
You said long career, and you said he died up until his death. He worked up until his death. Was his major heyday the 70s?
No. No, but that's kind of where he launched out of the 70s.
Huh.
You know, his first movie was in the 70s. Radio was in the 70s. Television was in the 70s. That's when it came out. But I wouldn't say... I mean, this guy had a really solid, long career. I don't know if you'd say anything was necessarily a heyday, you know?
Yeah. Is he, with that long of a career, was he a legend? Was he like an icon legend? I mean, if
No, I wouldn't put him there. Some people might, but I wouldn't. I don't think I would put him there. I will say that he was on one show for a very long time. Kelly, line 8.
Did he die of AIDS?
No. Patrick, line 7.
Did he do voice acting for, like, cartoons?
No. Joe, line 6.
Was part of his act the 7 dirty words that can't be said on TV?
No. No. Monica, give me nerd notes, and then I'm going to give you guys a big clue.
There's kind of a lot of nerd notes here. It's a white American we know from the world of entertainment. 1970s launched his career, but he did everything. TV, movies, radio, an author. TV could be argued to be his biggest thing. He had a long career, worked up until his death.
He worked up until... Right, go ahead.
He worked up until his death. He wasn't married to anyone famous. He did stand-up comedy. He didn't have an Oscar. He was on SNL, though not as a cast member. He just appeared. Well, don't focus on that. He did have a talk show, but a blip in his career. Don't focus on that.
Yeah, and I will say this. He is one of 3 actors to have played or appeared as the same character in at least 6 different television shows.
Whoa.
Okay?
It's the same character, you're saying?
Correct.
That...
In his case,
my mind is blown.
He did more than 6. But there are 3 actors total, of which he is one, who have played the same or appeared as the same character on at least 6 different shows.
Right. Wow.
Dave, line 3.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Hey.
Good, how are you?
All right. Was this gentleman born in New York City?
No. He was not born in New York City. Mike, line 2.
What up, JP?
Hey, man. What's up?
Did he die in the last 10 years?
Yes.
Is it Richard Belzer?
Richard Belzer is the dead guy in the envelope. Yes.
Right?
Yes. Richard Belzer, obviously, he played Detective Munch on Law & Order SVU, and he's played that character on 11 different shows.
Oh, because there's been a million different whatever.
Homicide, Life in the Street, Law & Order, The X-Files, The Beat, Law & Order, Trial by Jury, Arrested Development, The Wire, 30 Rock, all that kind of stuff. The other 2 actors that played the same character on at least 6 different shows, both from Cheers. John Ratzenberger, Cliff Clavin, and George Wendt, Norm Peterson, respectively. Cheers, St. Elsewhere, the Tortellis, Wings, Simpsons, and blah, 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 Frasier. All right, congratulations. Your choice. You win. Let's see what he's got. I can give you Summer of Loud at the Amp this coming Sunday with Beartooth, I Prevail, Kill Switch. I can give you Monster Jam, or I can give you Busch Gardens, or A Day to Remember with Yellow Card at the Amp.
I'll take Busch Gardens. Haven't been there in a while.
All right, you got a pair of passes to Busch Gardens to experience Busch Gardens Summer Nights. Hold on, you win. Richard Belzer, comedian extraordinaire, dead guy in the envelope. Good job. Good job to you.
Yay.
That was a good one.
Yeah. Okay. So I imagine it obviously didn't go right away, but it didn't last too long, right?
No, I thought it was kind of perfect. We started it late, though. That's the thing.
That'll happen.
All right. It's JP, 105 The Bone, Real Raw Radio. We got 1 segment left, and then we'll hand it off to Mr. John Senning. We'll be right back.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. Breaking summer news. All the rooms at the Sky Beach Resort for the Bone Summer Beach Bash are completely sold out. But good news, you can still come out and party for free. Neutral presents the Bone Summer Beach Bash. An entire weekend of awesome events and hanging out with all your favorite people from the Bone. Plus, it's absolutely free to get in. It's all happening July 18th through the 20th at the beautiful Sky Beach Resort in St. Pete, a bayfront oasis with a private beach at the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg in the Skyway District. No matter what you do, don't miss the Bone Summer Beach Bash, presented by Neutral and 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw summer.
Hey, Bay Area, Randy here for Sun Toyota, where the low and locked-in sales event is going on all month long. We've got nearly 1,000 RAV4s, Tundras, Tacomas, Camrys, and Corollas in stock now. Drive select new models with smoking hot prices and low leases available. Plus, it costs less to own a new Toyota with 4-year maintenance included. Because when you make it Sun Toyota, we make it happen.
Sun Toyota.
Call 800-639-3367 for more details.
The guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate is the easiest way to sell your home. You can save time, make the most money, and eliminate all the hassle this summer. Hey, it's JP, and my friends at Mark Spain Real Estate can sell your home with the strongest all-cash offer in the industry and help you move on your timeline. With over 67,000 satisfied clients, you could trust the most experienced real estate team in the U.S. to sell your home fast and for maximum profit. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
One of the things with running is I want to enjoy the run, but I never made it very far because the arches in my feet just killed me. So when I got to the end of my rope and I said, I have to do something to get rid of the pain, and a couple people recommended the Good Feet store to me. I loved how I could go in and get a free personalized arch support fitting. They put that time, that work, that effort into helping you find the right arch supports. And you can walk around the store with these in your shoes and try them out before you purchase them. So after I got my arch supports, the arches on my feet stopped hurting and the pain instantly, literally instantly went away. So if you have pain, go. Find a Good Feet store and go. There is an answer. Find the simple solution that will get rid of your pain. I'm Rondi, and that's my Good Feet story.
See how Good Feet arch supports work for you before you buy with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Visit any of our 5 locations throughout Tampa, St. Petersburg, and Sarasota, and at goodfeet.com.
WeatherTight Mike, you have a great reputation in Tampa Bay. What makes WeatherTight windows different from your competitors?
What makes WeatherTight different? Well, we specialize in hurricane protection, energy efficiency, and making sure your windows do the job. Kind of like how I make sure my cookies never go stale. We focus on quality and performance, and unlike my gym membership, we actually show up when we say we will. And let's be honest, the only thing tighter than my windows is the waistband on my jeans after a box of cookies.
He'd be terrible at spotting you at the gym, but he's great at protecting your home. Don't mess around with hurricane season. You know Tampa Bay has a chance of getting hit every year, and you want to be as protected as possible. Be proactive and call WeatherTight Windows today. Simply go to weathertightwindows.com and tell him you heard about it on the Mike Calta Show, and let Mike and his big bag of cookies come over to your house and take care of your home and get you ready for hurricane season.
WeathertightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
My name is attorney Bill Sansoni. You might know me as Dead Air Sansoni from the Ask the Dom Show. I represent people accused in crimes in Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, Manatee, Polk, and Sarasota counties. I also represent clients in federal court across the country. If you have been arrested or accused of a crime, call me, Bill Dead Air Sansoni, at 813-361-0874 or online at sansoni-law.com. Offices, Tampa.
If ever there was a time to join Achieva Credit Union, it's right now. For a limited time only, Achieva is offering up to a $250 bonus when you open any checking account. Get away from those big banks that you've been complaining about to a local feel credit union with phenomenal customer service and access to new promotional offers, certified financial counselors in every location for free to help you budget, and so much more. AchievaCU.com for more. AchievaACU.com.
Are you a parent of a 2 to 8-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting offer, then head to abcmouse.com/radio to learn more. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped her so much.
We're offering a promo at abcmouse.com/radio to try it for free for a month, then $14.99 per month until canceled. Go to abcmouse.com/radio to see this offer. That's abcmouse.com/radio. Actual ABC Mouse users compensated for their testimonials, sponsored by Age of Learning.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
1025 The Bone, where the Lightning play. We are the official broadcast home of your Tampa Bay Lightning. And now, back to JP.
Here's a little feel good.
Arrested Development, Mr. Wendell.
Yep. Look at you, on fire.
Ain't nothing wrong with this song.
I'm just reading a story about a guy who was running an ultra marathon dressed as a hairy ball sack. I'm not even kidding.
I like
Guys.
it. Listen, you can people wear tutus and everything else.
Yeah.
Hey, he swears here in a little bit, so.
What's the matter?
He swears here in a little bit, so that's making me nervous.
Oh, does he? Okay,
Yeah.
it's gone.
He drops an N-bomb and.
He does?
Yeah.
Is that a swear word now? If he's black,
Well,
he's
I
allowed
mean,
to
for
say it,
radio
right?
purposes, he's not.
What's the rule on that?
No, you're not.
I'm genuinely being curious. Like on black talk shows and stuff like that, do they say it on the air or no?
No.
Are you sure? Or you just want to make sure it doesn't happen on this show?
No. Why am I lying about it? No.
I don't know. I'm just curious, because I know you absolutely hate the word no matter who says it, which I get. Yeah. But I just don't know what the rule is there.
I feel like it's not illegal to say on air, but it's frowned upon. Like they're worried about the blowback that could happen if you say it on air.
Right, but I'm not talking about me saying it. I don't have to worry about that. I'm talking about
I just
you
mean
saying
anyone.
it. Okay. Yeah, so this dude, his brother passed away from testicular cancer. So he decided to run. He runs all these kind of ultra marathons, 90 miles, that kind of thing. And his latest challenge is part of a bid to run 311 miles in total. He's run coast to coast. He's over in the UK, and he decided to make a costume that's literally a hairy ball sack. In reverse, though. The balls are up in the air.
Yeah.
So
well, I mean, I feel like you have to.
His head comes out between the balls.
Yeah.
And he's got little spiky hairs coming out of the side.
Is that wrong? When you mentioned that, that's how I pictured it. I didn't picture it the other way around for some reason. I just feel like it has to be that way,
Well,
right?
the balls hang down.
Yeah.
So,
but his head would have to come in, split the scrotum, right?
Well, his head could have come out like at the top where it starts to hang. Anyway, it doesn't even matter. I just found it. I found it interesting. It's a great way to get attention. Yeah,
and to raise awareness for
right.
His,
When you run, do you run for causes, or do you run you like that whole? I know a lot of times you have to raise money to run marathons. I know I just made a donation to something. My friend Chris, the godfather of both my kids, he's got 2 daughters, and I'm going to both of them. One's running the New York Marathon.
So cool.
The other one is running in Minnesota, and I've never been there, so we're going to go that weekend in October to go out there and support her in that.
You're gonna, oh my God, you're gonna make that much of an effort. That's amazing. I'm surprised.
I love those kids.
I know you do, but I'm still. You love your own kids. I don't see you standing out there. I don't know. That to me,
Monica,
I would have never expected that.
I've been on sidelines and sideways reins and all the other stuff for my kids, of course.
All right.
And, this is a pretty big undertaking, but I didn't know if it's the people who I'm assuming are in it to win it aren't running in costumes.
No,
I'm assuming.
maybe, but I don't see. I see them just like wearing as little as possible to be as aerodynamic as possible, like shaved heads, shaved legs, tiny little like almost Speedo like shorts, spandexy. Let's just be as aerodynamic as possible.
So this guy was running, and it's through the UK, and he's like on the mountainside, and I guess there's animals. He goes, quote, some of the livestock were a bit wary of the giant testicles, but we avoided them as we navigated it through. He said he's calling it the Big Ballsy Challenge, and it was intended to, quote, break the stigma to reduce the embarrassment and save lives around testicular and ovarian cancers.
Okay, that's honorable.
What would it look like if he was running with a chick? I don't even know what ovaries look like.
Fallopian tubes, maybe.
Right. But
And
they
with,
would
like,
have to be upside down, too. So you'd have to have them, hanging off of both shoulders? Out, right?
That's way more. As in life, women have it way more rough, and that would be way more difficult and a pain in the ass. So it's just easier to.
But I'm not right? Like there's like a tube, and they go the opposite way, so they would actually have to run off of both of her shoulders.
Yes. The shoulders would support probably the tubes themselves, probably.
And you know how I know this?
Because you go to the gyno and put your basin in one of them?
Because I never, ever missed a doctor's appointment when my wife was pregnant.
Oh, yeah?
With either kid. And there was always a big poster on the wall with, the women's anatomy. And I used to go to the man of the canoe all the time and go, and tickle it with my finger. Every single time.
And your wife hung her head in shame each time.
My wife was sitting there. She was up on the table, probably in stirrups at that point. And I was just trying to break. Because I think it was with Joseph where there was like some. They called it a high risk thing. But I don't know. I don't think it actually was. But we ended up having to go through this whole protocol. So like a lot of times in those appointments, I was just trying to like lighten it up a little bit. Nah, and I play with the man in the canoe. Nah.
I mean, listen, sometimes.
And she'd laugh.
Yeah. Sometimes, especially
she'd stop sweating it a little bit.
Laying there in that, and listen, I understand there are some doctors are better than others at this, but just lying down on that thing. And I've been to doctors that have like serene pictures of the beach or whatever on the ceiling, and that way when you're lying there, you can look up and hopefully concentrate, and that's all nice and well and good. But the bottom line is, it's gonna hurt, and it's gonna be uncomfortable. It ain't gonna feel good. So I think any distraction, is good.
So anyway, I thought this was cool. Plus, you being the runner, I thought you might.
I did a half for the Leukemia Lymphoma Society. And raised money for that. We had to have a minimum. I don't remember what it is now, but you have to have a minimum, and that guarantees entry into that race. And then I tried the half marathon ASPCA one, and that we ran into trouble there. But I did still. People were very generous.
How did we run into trouble there? I don't remember. I don't understand.
Yeah, there's no way.
Oh, wait a second. That's the one where the dogs died because
Nobody
you didn't
died.
run in it because you went to go to a playoff game.
Nope, they still got their money. I still raised the money. I just unfortunately didn't get to run that race because for the first time in 17 years, the Buffalo Bills were in a playoff game, and it just happened to be in Jacksonville. And for the record, you played your little part in this, mister, because you and Roger were the one who bought me the tickets. So
that's right. But you still killed the puppies. Anyway, that's it for us today. John Senning is in next. I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. We'll catch you tomorrow. Oh, and at 1 o'clock, it looks like John Senning and Dizzy here are going to be dropping the JoJo video. So you're going to want, which, are you launching it on both the social medias, Diz, or just Sennings? What are you doing with it?
I don't know. We'll have to figure that out when he comes in. I believe it's going to be on the 102.5 The Bone.
All right,
page.
There you go. It's there for everybody to see JoJo on all fours.
Pervin for JoJo's Curvin.
Really?
Yeah. That's what they did.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Musket and wine, oh baby, you can find me in the back of a jacked up tailgate, sitting there watching all these pretty things.
You're listening to JP on 102.5 The Bone. We are Real Raw Radio. 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think.
Makes me feel good.
Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY.
Feel the spark after dark at Busch Gardens Summer Nights. Florida's best thrill rides every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through August 10th. Stay for the new Drone Show Spectacular with an explosive firework finale every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights on the festival field. Listen for your chance to win passes to Busch Gardens Summer Nights.
When it really matters, choose Farah & Farah. Here for you, here for good. Tampa.
Car accident? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
Stingray Chevrolet.
Hi, this is Steve Hurley, owner of Stingray Chevrolet. When we decided to completely eliminate the dealer fee last year, the response has been almost 100% positive. Because by not having to pay a dealer fee, you automatically save anywhere from $1,000 to $1,500. Some people don't believe it, so it's our obligation to remove any doubt, be completely transparent, and prove that it is true. You do not pay a dealer fee at Stingray, but we know that some of our competitors have told customers that, oh, Stingray is just hiding that fee somewhere else. It's just a gimmick. Well, as the owner of Stingray, you have my word. It's no gimmick. There is no dealer fee, and it will really save you up to $1,500 off the bottom line, and in these uncertain times, that's a commitment you can count on. StingrayChevrolet.com, Tampa Bay's big store on I-4, exit 22, Plant City. Together, let's drive.
Stingray Chevrolet. Relax, enjoy the difference.
Cat named Mo from Google Robbo Live. Primetime, baby. For all American gunslingers on US 19 in Newport Richie, it's Newport Richie's #1 gun range. Now, this won't last long. Before a limited time, you can sign up for free concealed carry courses at All American Gunslingers. Limited time only. This $85 class is free. All you have to do is pay the $20 range fee. This is the class you'll need to get your concealed carry permit, and you should have it. Sign up today at aagunslingers.com. All American Gunslingers, your rights, your safety, your freedom, and free concealed carry courses. America.
Fence Outlet customer Gene said,
Fence Outlet made the process easy. The team was very detailed. My fence was done right by getting all the needed permitting and finding my property pins. I've had so many compliments on my new fence.
Go to fenceoutlet.com to book your free estimate. License number C-10252 and C-10803.
Pollen season is here, and the only way to ensure that your car is truly clean every day is the unlimited membership plan from Bubble Down Car Wash. With locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, and a new location in Palm Harbor, you'll have the cleanest car in town every time you bubble down.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin.
Book now and save up to 30% off, plus kids sale free.
MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor.